basically, all I've done is keep my promise.
One more time.
Fox and Friends in the morning, they're very honorable people.
I have to agree with our president. I love Fox in the morning. And I just have this message to start off with. And it's for all my fellow patriots, all our fellow patriots. Every person that lives in America that has never lived in a socialist country through a socialist regime, that does not fully understand what socialism means. And we will explain it to you as best to our ability, since we do come from a country that lived in socialism and communism. What is happening today, what happened yesterday with the impeachment of our president, just goes to show you that socialism means not everybody gets to choose. It's a certain amount of people. They get to not follow the rules. They get to not abide by our Constitution. They get to do whatever they want by any means. They get to blame people. They get to say things. They get to decide for everybody. Whether you're right or wrong, if they say you're wrong, you're wrong. If they say you're guilty, you're guilty. Even if you're not guilty for anything, they can still actually punish you without any crimes committed. Imagine you're walking down the street and someone screams, "They took my wallet." You don't go to court. You don't get arrested. You get prosecuted and you get put in jail. You cannot defend yourself. You can't even talk to the person that actually accused you of it. This is exactly what's happening to our president. More important, it's not only happening to our president. Our president is only the fall guy for us, the people. So if we, the people, do not realize how serious this is, we are doomed. It's a very scary place to be to live in a country where you have no rights, you have no way of protecting yourself. And this is all happening. It's all happening quicker than we thought. It's all happening right in front of our eyes. Our free speech is being taken away. Our free speech is being taken away while we're watching it happen. And still, I have to say, Boris,
Yes.
I think you can agree with me, nothing much changed. From last month to the month before to a year before. Only we see it getting worse.
I may disagree with
but,
you.
No.
A little. First of all, to what you said about socialism, communism, I can actually submit it in a couple of words so you guys understand. Communism, socialist people are the slaves of the government. Everybody does whatever government says, and we have nothing to say or do in it. This is, like, to your words, this is slowly how it's becoming here. My question is to you, to our patriots, who is, I'm gonna speak in layman terms. We're normal, regular people, not politicians. Who is the boss? Who is in charge over our Speaker of the House? It seems like she does whatever she wants. Who is in charge of her? It seems like the Republican Party cannot do anything against Speaker of the House. Who is she? How come she
Who is
has
she
more
to make
power?
the rules, break the rules, and decide what the
How come she
rules
has
are?
more power than our president? And they keep on saying president is not above the law, but they are. This
It
is
seems
what's
like
ridiculous.
the whole Democratic Party is above the law.
Who is in charge? This is my question. Of America.
So if any of you patriots can answer that, that would be a great thing, because as far as I see, a lot of people have that same question, Boris.
I don't know if you guys heard or not. Now, since the president was impeached, just my thoughts on that. Of course, they wanted to impeach him 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago. They wanted to impeach him. Finally, they impeached him.
No, they said they were going to.
Yeah, but 3 years later, they impeached him on something that he did in June. But, just how ridiculous is that? And another thing, just again, to add to everything, there was 221 votes on Democrat side and only 167 or 168 on Republican side. Now you tell me, how is this fair when there's both parties? Shouldn't there be equal amount of people on both sides? See, that I understand. Let's say if there is a football game
Well, they have a
and
majority.
you have,
They have a
but still,
majority.
even isn't this like
This
even
is the
amount
problem.
of people? Let me just say my thought.
I understand
if
your
me
thought.
and you are playing.
I understand, but it
Right.
doesn't work that way. Because
Is that legal?
realistically,
Is that legal?
we lost the
But
house.
Is that illegal? Is that legal?
It's legal to do that if then we go to the Senate and there we have the majority.
Okay. Now the
But
next
now that-
day, Speaker of the House says no, she doesn't want to go through Senate, right?
Well, that's the reason.
This is exactly how we have no voice, no say in this. Even the Republicans, even our president can't do anything with it. And just another thing I'd like to point out, just so everybody, I remember how long of a trial it was for Clinton. I think it was about 1,500 hours. And they were taking a couple of days to vote on that. Now, Donald Trump's impeachment, which is the third impeachment throughout the history of America, took only 85 hours. And they voted within 15 minutes
Yes.
for a man that's completely innocent.
Yes.
He did exactly what he needed to do for his country.
Yes.
Now, another thing, if he's above the law, why aren't the people that put him to impeach and saying all these actually lies without any proof, without even
Harassing.
any evidence,
Accusing. Taunting.
why aren't they above the law? Why can't we
Who
go
is
and
there?
prosecute?
Who is in
Why
charge
can't
of
we?
that?
Again, the Horowitz report is basically barely being
Publicized.
publicized.
Actually, Horowitz was on the news today, but no one saw that. But everybody's definitely focusing on these things. Where Omar actually yelled at McCarthy over what Rashida Tlaib said, impeach the MFR. One thing I have to give them, they stick up for their own. They fight for their own, and they get what they believe they should get. You know why? Because they stick by each other. They unite, even though their purpose is horrible. It should be scary enough for us all to realize how serious this is. It's still not waking everybody up. Obama blocked the State Department attempt to look into Hunter Biden in 2015. How come no one is talking about that? No one's really talking about the things that actually have to do with everything they're talking about, including this.
Should they have a
impeachment.
proof of that?
Of course, they wouldn't be
That's
talking
on the
about
news.
it if there was no proof. Bill Barr indicts 8 for illegally funneling foreign money. Adam Schiff and multiple Democrat senators. Does this ring any bells, guys? Don't
Only
you
the
think
money.
this is exactly why they are in so much of a hurry to get our president out of the office? They want to stop the Barr investigation. They want to stop the Horowitz investigation. They're scared shitless. Another
Now-
thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Another thing that happened, Ukraine just turned on Joe Obama and Biden, and a formal investigation is now underway
In Ukraine,
in Ukraine.
by Ukraine prosecutors, Ukraine investigators.
Yes,
really?
so, but
Well,
since there's
again,
not
they're
that
gonna
much
make
cover-
another collusion, the Ukraine collusion now.
Well,
But-
these are a few good things that are happening, actually, and not good things that are happening that we still have a chance to actually do something about.
Well-
and have some kind of pull. And we'll talk about that once I finish
What
up
I
with these.
see, Diane, what I see the good things are happening. A lot of people with common sense in America that are not Republicans, they see already, they're starting to see what's going on and they're switching side.
Well, you
I
have to
see
be
a lot
blind,
of
dumb,
this.
and stupid unless
Well,
you're getting paid
some
for
people
it.
are ignorant, some people are ignorant, some people don't even know. It's not gonna fit. Some people, oh wow, Some people they either don't take any interest in this. Some people are ignorant. But I see a lot of people are switching side. Maybe not switching side, but they see what the left is doing. It's so much illegal. It's so much against our constitution. And people know it's not about Donald Trump. It's all about us. By doing this,
Unfortunately,
by
Boris,
doing
not
this to
everybody
the
knows
president. Wait, let me get to. By doing this to our president, it just shows how easily it can get done to regular people. We are nobody to them.
If this gets done to us, guys,
What we
we're-
can do, I mean, it's
I
gonna
can't
be
even
if we're not
imagine.
gonna do
Who's
nothing.
gonna protect you?
This is the same thing that we constantly talk about. I want to come back to that, and I want to just what you're saying. We should unite together, and we should educate people, our friends. It's about us.
Our kids.
Why?
Too.
Why it's about us? Because it's very important that every one of us goes out and votes the right ticket, and it's about us to plant the seed to educate people of what goes on in our country, which way they want to go, if they want to live the socialist communist life or they want to live the American dream. This is up to us. This is up to our patriots.
I could not agree more.
You'll never, guys, I want you to know, you'll never gonna switch or convert anybody, especially right away, but you can always plant the seed and talk about it and make awareness of what goes on. And people that have common sense, smart people, they see, they understand. Even Democrats, they see what's going on. People slowly switching sides. That's just good thing that I can tell about,
But at the
that I
same
see
time,
what's happening.
But
Oh,
at the same time, we need to also keep in mind the last election was not at all fair. And obviously, most of you understand it wasn't done by the right. So, this election, they already know how many people are angry. They already know how many people are going to go out and vote. We, as united people of America, need to understand that there are going to be some places where the voting booth might be closed. There's going to be some places where they're going to try to prevent you from voting, or any other thing they can pull out of their hat. With that said, we need to be ready to be able to go and vote. We need to be able to feel safe when we go and vote. And we need to be able to know that our vote counts.
Let me-
For that, we, as the people, need to unite.
What I wanted to say, this comes back exactly to the point you always ask, and you try to give message to our patriots that they should join. I mean, if they can do on their own, perfect. But if not, join our leadership program, because we actually work hard on that. The more people we have. Please, you can explain this better because you're right on top of everything.
We
with
have a
other
team
leaders.
that handles every state that we have leaders in, and we're hoping to cover all 50 states. We are covering 38 states right now. We have 65 leaders on board. I think someone is signing up today. And Dave, I hope you got your form and you're signing up. And we so look forward to having your team. We've been blessed to meet all these people, to get to know them, and to have them working with us as a team. What we do in the leadership team is make sure that whatever is done by us is done legally, is done peacefully, and is done without causing harm, physical or any kind of harm to anybody.
But uniting,
We
spreading the
unite
message.
to do the right thing, to keep our country great, to have our country prosper, and to have our citizens able to live the American dream as we were privileged to do so all our lives. With that said, there's another piece of news. Everything that's going on, this is another wake-up call of what is going on that we might not know about because it's not happening in our state. There are things going on that we still can do things about. And one of those things is this. Governor Lee caves to the left, says Tennessee will take in more illegal refugees. I doubt that the legal citizens of Tennessee want to have people just coming into their towns, to their cities, and not even knowing who's coming in and having the government take care of them.
Another thing
People
that
from
just-
Tennessee, please reach out to us. Reach out to us, reach out to groups like ours. Unfortunately, I know because we started this group on the basis of we were looking for groups that don't only post, actually commit to doing something. And there's not a lot of them out. But if you do find one, please join it. If not, join us. Join our group. AOC slams Governor Cuomo, their own. Plan to add 500 police officers amid the spikes in crime. Now let me tell you. Well, let me ask you. If you have a city where the crime is booming, why would you be against bringing in more police officers?
Against?
Against.
Perfect. Why? To create more chaos, to destroy the city, to be in power of chaos. That's
Now-
a perfect solution, but they're not afraid to say that. God forbid you're gonna say something about the other, or Omar or Rashida.
That brings me
you
back
gets
to
blocked.
Boris.
By the way,
The inability we have today to protect our police officers, our first responders, which are going to be the first people we're going to start calling. God forbid any of this really starts
as a matter of
going
fact,
into
those
effect.
people that are against it, they're the first. Something happens to them, they're the first ones that are gonna call.
Yes,
Everybody's a hypocrite.
everybody's a hypocrite, and
How about yesterday? There was something very seldom in the news about what went on
Virginia.
in Virginia. I guess there were some few posts on the platform that we're on, and they were taking off fast. Before talking about it, I would like to get some more confirmed.
yeah,
We
we'll
have
get some
people-
information. We have some people
that
from
actually
Virginia,
from Virginia
that
gonna
actually
send
will
us exact
update us
information.
on
But
exactly what happened.
this is if this is the truth. This is
They're
crazy,
starting
this
to
is
take
scary.
guns away.
This is scary. Let's not talk about it. But we will be in touch, guys. We're going to be very transparent. But if it started already, that's very scary.
We need to focus on protecting our own people.
If
Protecting
anybody, I'm sorry, I'm gonna. If you guys, anybody watching us from Virginia, please
contact us.
contact us.
We've been focusing on growing the group, the leadership group, in order to do more. We are going to start very seriously fighting against what's going on now in our government, directly in our government. If anybody wants to participate in that, we invite you to join. Right now is the time.
Yeah.
And please don't tell us later, why didn't you include me in this? We're giving you a shout out right now.
So your names are going to be. We
Yeah.
don't have to expose anybody's names or everything. There's a lot of work that needs to be done on the back end, and everybody. I mean, any help that we can get from our patriots is always welcome. Whatever you guys can contribute.
Patriots, our families, your ancestors, your families came to this beautiful country in order to live a beautiful life, a free American life, and to have the ability to raise families here and prosper in this country. Right now, our country needs us to step up as citizens and protect our rights, protect our integrity, protect our president. Because our president, I don't know if there was ever any other president that would go through what our president is going through right now and still have the decency, the power, the strength to fight for the people. With that, I'm going to tell you
Just have a
something.
thought. Go ahead.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
This, our president, the strength he has, whether you like him or not, the amount of things he has done, more than he promised, is literally something you should actually talk to your kids about. Whatever he's done was good for our country. And if you're living in America, you know that. Whether you want to admit it or not, you know that. And for those of you that say he is rich and he is in for his own interests, I'm going to tell you this. If he's rich and he's in for his own interests, and with taking care of his own interests, he's making our country rich. He's literally protecting our armed forces, our military, our stock market's booming. If he can do that and get rich, God bless him. This is what the American dream is. This is a perfect example of what you should be actually talking to your kids about. Not how to graduate high school and then live in your parents' basement, but actually live the American dream, do everything you can to grow your fortune for your country, for yourself, for your kids, for your family. You wanted to say something?
Oh no, go ahead, please. The stage
What?
is yours. Wait 1 second.
From this day forward, it's going to be only America first.
Go ahead.
And if you live in a country, whatever country you live in, that country should come first to you. If you are immigrating from a country, the country you're immigrating to should come first. We are all patriots. We see what's going on. We still have the ability to stop this in its tracks. Support the one leader that has been fighting for us for the past 3 years with being bombarded with hate and everything else we know he was. So for all of you, the Democratic Party, the liberals, and people that don't actually understand the full capacity of when it's going to happen, I'm going to end this live feed with. Number one, whatever your job is, get ready to buck up with your paycheck. 70%, at least 70% will be taken out for the government. The government will not give you money for anything. That's going to be your money giving people all the free stuff they're promising you right now. Get ready to do that. And actually, if you truly believe in what you say, you can actually start taking that money out of your paycheck now and start donating. I'll even listen to you if you do that. And I'll actually respect you for at least doing that. For those of you that scream effing president and abuse your powers and take for granted your freedoms, just so you know, in socialism and in communism, if you say one bad word against your president, you go to jail. No questions asked. Just like our president was impeached without anybody proving his innocence, you're going to be going to jail, and they're not going to care to give you the ability to protect yourself. It's not going to matter. That's what socialism and communism is for you. So you, the ones that are actually the Liberal Party, the far left, the ones that are preaching all this are going to be the first to be hurt by it. Unfortunately, the government, the left of the government knows that. You don't. And you are actually their sheep. And they will take you by the nose and drag you around as much as you can. So thank you for that. I hope you all get our message. Thank you.